Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Happy Sunday. I am always happy to have you here with me, guys. So today I'm going to share new ideas and also what's happening with me with my identity shift journey and core beliefs transformation. So this week was a really good week for me. I am so happy. I had an amazing week. I didn't cry once. and it was just a blast. My job is going really well. I am thriving at my work. My relationship with my family is getting stronger and better, and we're happy. I feel really good in my body, and I am so grateful to exist and to be here in this planet, on this planet, in this life in general. And I'm really happy that, nothing is actually stagnant, like things change. Like the week before and the week before that, I was struggling mentally. I was sad. I was feeling a lot of, like heavy feelings, and I was mourning my life that I needed to have, but I'm not having at the moment. But now I'm actually happy about the life that I have, and I am so glad and grateful for all the things that I have. So it's actually crazy. I don't know what changed, but I just, like I said in the last video, I let all my emotions go through. I didn't suppress them. I didn't try to rationalize them. I didn't try to explain them or like try to ignore them. I let myself feel every feeling that I had, every thought that I had, even though it was uncomfortable. It was maybe not even true, like it was in my head, but I was like, you know what, let's just go with this. So it can just, like just go, like don't be in my butt, because I do believe, like I said before, like if you don't let your emotion exist and if you don't process them properly, they will still be with you in your body forever, and that would equal sickness and a lot of complications and stuff like that. So that's why I am really keen on that. So because I did that the week before and last week as well, this week I had an amazing week, like I said. And what I was doing is every single day I was journaling. I was writing how I am grateful, how I am blessed, and how I feel like so happy, excited. Everything was so smooth and so nice. And it's like a fresh like fresh air that I needed in my life. And it's all in my head. That's the fun part. Like nothing really changed in my external world. Like my life is the same as when I was like sad. Like nothing changed physically, but because I let my emotion exist and I felt them and I processed them. Now my head is clear. Now I can see the blessings. I can see and feel the gratitude that I have toward my life. And that's just amazing. So it proves my point. It proves that if you don't ignore your feelings, if you actually feel them and let them exist and go with that thoughts that you have, well, eventually they will just go without any resistance and you will feel better. And so another thing happened is I felt like there is a lot of things that I'm working on, like actual like actions. So this week, besides the fact that I had an amazing week, I noticed that I had a bad habit. I would say it's a toxic one. And I'm so glad that like I can see that. I am so glad that I was courageous enough to see myself in the mirror and actually caught myself right-handed and not just ignore it and like say, yeah, whatever, everyone does that. No. So I noticed that I actually criticize people a lot. I judge people a lot. it's not something new. Like I already knew that. Like I knew like it's something that I always do. Like I judge people, and the reason because I judge myself. So I'm like, yeah, well, I judge myself, I judge other people. This is who I am. But somehow now I am uncomfortable about the idea that I judge others. It means like there is growth. It means that there is like a next level thing happening here. Like there is something happening with my identity that I am now able to feel uncomfortable because I'm doing something. Now I am able to see that something that I used to do naturally, that I didn't see any problem with it, now I can see that's actually a problem and that's not okay to do, and I have to change it. So I noticed that I judge people in general, especially women, and I am a woman, right? So every time like there is a girl, I'm like, oh look, she's like this, she's like that, why she's wearing that, oh look her face, she has this, she has that, and that's not okay. And when I meditate on that and I try to think why I do that, it's like I feel threatened and I feel like there is a competition between me and the other woman, but there's no competition. It's just um like an old belief that somehow I got while growing up, that women should like compete against each other, and if a girl like she's so confident and like feeling herself, that's not okay, like you have to put her down and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my god, this is actually a toxic habit. That's not okay to judge other people in general, and women, like I have to have, like, I do believe in abundance mindset, and I also have to have that when it comes to relationships and like people around me. So I need to believe that there is actually abundance even in like thriving and glowing and stuff. Like I can definitely be thriving and glowing and feel like amazing and look amazing as much as another woman with me in the same room, and another one and another one. We all can shine together, we all can thrive together, and we all can exist and be the best version of ourselves and look amazing and breathtaking at the same time all together. And that would not take from my light, and that would not take from my confidence, and that would not take from like my how I feel, and my esteem, you know what I mean? And when I had this realization, I actually felt ashamed of myself. I was like, oh my god, this is actually a pick me behavior. The fact that I'm like, oh, when I see another girl, she's so confident and she looks amazing and all that, and she actually puts an effort to show to the world like, hey, I exist, I am here, I am the main character energy kind of situation, blah blah blah. And I feel threatened by that because I'm like, oh wait, there's only one main character and that should be me, not her, blah blah. That's what happened in my head without me noticing that I actually think that way. Like in on a subconscious level, that's how I was rewired. But now that I realize that's not it, she can be the main character, she can thrive, she can glow, she can be breathtaking as much as I can be the same, and she can be in her own story and I can be in my own story. Like we have different lives and we can all exist together and be kind to each other and appreciate the beauty of others as much as our beauty. And that's actually also generosity and abundance mindset. And I do believe, if, I mean, not if, just the fact that I am thinking that way, just the fact that I realize that it's actually already a work done. Now, what I have to do is just, like changing the habit. So every time I catch myself judging another girl, or like trying to understand why that girl is so confident, why I feel so uncomfortable because that girl is shining. I have to remind myself, hey, you don't have to feel threatened by that girl, you don't have to feel this way. You still exist, you still are beautiful and shining and amazing and a main character energy kind of situation. It doesn't mean that if she exists, you don't anymore. So that's the exercise that I'm going with forward, in order to change that habit. And this is how actually identity shifts happens, because I am working on my core beliefs directly. Because now what happened is I catched a core belief that I had embodied through my life. God knows how I got that. Probably society, because it makes us feel like we have to compete with each other. But there is, for what? Please, like, just tell me for what? Like, there's nothing. If for boys, like, not. I'm not even interested in that at the moment. So why should I compete? Like, there's no competition whatsoever. So I'm like, wow, this is actually a really, really good realization. And this is actually precious because it will uh, give me the opportunity to elevate myself, give me the opportunity to be kinder, to be considerate, to be, like more confident in myself and have like very, very stable self esteem, and my worth is not shaken because of another person existing. So, yesterday, before sleeping, I was thinking about that. I was like, okay. And I did have a conversation with God, and I said, God, I am so sorry because I think this is out of character. I would like to change this, and I apologize because maybe like I was not that nice, and like I felt this way, did this way, blah blah blah. And and I promised God that I'll do better, and I do want to be, like a better person, and be able to share love and kindness with the world. And I do believe that what you put out there will come back to you. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a mean person. I'm actually very kind. I'm always, like, if someone needs help, I'll help them. I'll smile. I'll say to a girl like, "You have an amazing outfit. I love your makeup." Blah blah blah, stuff like that. But sometimes, just sometimes, when there's girls that are like so stunning and the way they walk and like they're so intimidating, it makes me feel like I don't exist anymore, and that they're doing it in purpose, and that there's like competition between me and her and stuff like that. So I'm talking about that part. That's the one that I'm gonna work on. So I'm actually proud of myself. I'm really, really proud because it's not easy. It's not easy to look at yourself in the mirror, and it's not easy to catch yourself and say, hey, you are in the wrong. You actually do this, and that's not okay. And you have to change that behavior because that's not really how you have been raised. And your mama raised you better, and you should do better. So it was very uncomfortable for me to go through that and have that kind of thoughts in my head. But I own up to that. I was like, it's okay. I don't have to feel shame. The most important thing is actually I am able to introspect. I am able to look at myself, and I am able to actually do actions that are aligned with what I'm saying. Meaning, like, I'm talking about identity shifts, I am talking about changing core beliefs, but it's not just talking, it's also action that proves that I am actually growing, that I am doing real work. And it started like super small. It just started with positive affirmations, it started with self love rituals, it started with journaling, it started with talking to God on daily basis, it started with like different steps. And today I am here and I'm doing actual work, that also is actual work. But now I am super happy because I can see with my own eyes the change into the world. And the fact that now I am so excited to be kinder and to be nice and to not try to compete with other women. And that's just, like, I'm happy that I am at that point. It means that I am elevating, and it means a lot to me. So it means that I'm on the right track, and it feels really, really good. So, what I want to say is, guys, don't be afraid to look at yourself in the mirror. Don't be afraid to assess, reassess, and think about your behavior and try to see if maybe you could have done things in a better way, or stuff like that. It's actually, you have to be proud of yourself if you're able to do that, and it will get you in other places because it will elevate your energy, your soul, and that means like you will get people on the same energy. So if you want to change your friends or like your surroundings, you should definitely change what's inside, because once you change what's inside, the outside will definitely mirror what's inside. That's just, laws. That's just logic, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you guys this week. I'm gonna tell you what's happening with all that, where I'm at, and how is it working on reality. In reality, was it like very difficult for me, or it was easier? And if I can see any changes in how people interact with me, etc. Once I become more aware of my behavior towards other women and even men in general, like people in general. So, yeah, I am so happy to share with you this today. I hope that I helped in somehow, and I really, really love to share, what's happening with me, with my identity shift and core belief transformation. I am really happy that I took this project seriously and I'm still going on with it. And yeah, so thank you for listening. And I hope that you guys have a really, really awesome day. If you have any questions or would like to share anything with me, please do. I'll be so happy to connect with you guys. So thank you and bye.